Hey everybody, it's Missy Wolf, and you are watching Center Stage live from our living room. We are here with Lia Caton. Names are hard.
That was
for
fabulous.
Me.
That was great.
I'm like,
Nailed it.
I'm like, did I do it right?
Nope,
this
nailed
time?
it. Nailed it.
Okay, because I hate that though. It's hard. Last names are hard, and they look like they should sound one way, and they sound completely different, and it's just.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. People usually put an N in it and say Canton.
Right?
So yeah, no, good job.
That's why I asked you first thing. I was like, I don't want to mess up, and I know that I will. And you have Benji Harris here with you.
How's it going? Good to see you again.
Oh my gosh, it's been forever.
I think we determined 5 years ago
I
you
think
hosted
so.
my album release.
Yes, which was the scariest moment for me in the career so far.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Benji was scary. What?
No,
I
no.
have to hear about it. Yeah.
When they asked me to do it, I film live on cameras all the time, but we don't have a live audience here.
Oh right.
And when you're like, you've got a lot of people watching you on the microphone, like my heart beats really fast. I get super hot and sweaty, and my stomach is just like, oh, it's bad. But I got through it, and it was an amazing party. You had a great time.
Yeah, it was an awesome time. Thank you for coming to host it. I felt very special. I had Missy hosting my show.
Oh my gosh,
You're
it was
hosting Leah's show. Look at that.
So
you know what?
cool.
I know. And so when I found out that you guys were coming together, I was super stoked. And you have a new single, and you have so much going on in your life. But can you please tell me, how in the world do you manage switching residence?
That's a trick.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's a trick. Back and forth between Chicago and Nashville every few weeks. So thank God I have a very supportive family and husband that holds the house down, the fort down with our dogs and kids. And so that's the only way I wouldn't be able to do it without him. So.
I know. I'm like, man, this girl, you travel. You must have a lot of sky miles.
I do. Yeah, I finally I'm an A-lister on Southwest now, so I'm very excited about that.
Oh, that is. I keep forgetting to enter my reward number, my rapid reward number. I just keep forgetting to do it. So
I finally get like an extra package of pretzels now when I fly. So
is it an extra package? They actually started the new thing with like the trays with like cheese and all kinds of stuff.
yeah.
Have you gotten that yet?
No, I haven't gotten that yet. No.
Okay.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Maybe you just got to fly to Hawaii.
That's it.
Go take the Hawaii trip, and then
You
you'll
just
for
got
sure
back,
get it.
didn't you?
Yes.
Oh, how was it?
I wanted to stay.
Yeah, I bet I wouldn't want to come back from there.
I did not want to come home at all. It was like we tried so hard to book a later flight. Southwest has 3 flights: 7:15, 7:30.
So you would have been the next day.
Yeah, I tried like hell. My husband said no. It's not happening. No.
I pull that too that doesn't work.
Yeah,
all the time.
but seriously, we like if they let us go on a girls trip, they'd just never see us.
No, we
because
wouldn't come back.
we wouldn't have a problem just staying.
Yeah, true. Facts.
But let's talk about your music and what you got going on. And your lyric video is beautiful, by the way.
Oh,
it's
thank
such
you.
a beautiful images. I just imagine
you.
being in that image and drinking coffee.
Oh, for Keep My Eyes on You? Yeah, I love that song. And that was that's such a great song that we had such a lot of fun writing. So,
yeah.
looking forward to doing that one.
Now,
for
how long
guys
have you
too.
guys been writing together?
I guess 4 years ago was the first time.
It'll be 4 years in October.
Oh,
it was
wow,
the first
okay.
time. Yeah, we wrote together, and it was just one of the best days of writing. We came out with, a ton of songs in 2 days.
I think we wrote 6 songs in 2 days.
Yeah, in 2 days.
It was very prolific.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
even
that-
7.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
might have been like something
That's
like that.
really fast.
Yeah, it was great. So we worked really well together. I was very blessed to find Benji. So
Were there a lot of like laughter moments and like things that you'll never forget about that, right?
oh, we laughed. I cried. We were all over the place. It was like this the whole day.
The first song we wrote, I think it was like 9 in the morning, and by like 9:30, we're crying.
We're crying.
Oh,
spilling our hearts because we just met. We had just met.
We just
30
met.
minutes before, and then we started writing, and 30 minutes
wait,
beyond
what?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're both sitting there crying, and then at lunchtime we're like, okay, we've got to pull this together.
Oh
And
my
then we wrote some fun songs that we'll
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
See, that's why you guys are my people, because when you walked in, like not even when you walked in, you pulled up and you were just in your car and we're just chatting away, and I
Yep.
was like, I feel like I've known this girl my whole life.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
same with you.
you're
sweet.
so easy to talk to, and you're a dog lover.
You're a dog
too.
lover. I saw all your dogs when I pulled up, and I felt right at home. So.
But see, I wasn't going to let you walk back there though, because my boxer,
He would have taken
he
me
would have
out.
pushed you down. He gets so excited with people, and I was so terrified. Like, please go around the front door, because he will take you down.
He's beautiful.
Well, thank you. But fans need to hear you sing.
Oh, well, thank
because
you.
you're
We're
amazing, and they need to hear you play. Because
do it.
honestly, I can't wait. All right, you guys ready?
So this is called Trouble. This was one of our fun lunchtime songs that we did. fool to say no, 'cause there's something in the way you smile. Yeah, it'd be cruel to let go, 'cause I haven't done it in a while. Yeah, my heart's got its rules, but tonight I'll forget it. Hell yeah, I'll take that drink and just go with it. I wanna let the sparks fly, I wanna take it for a ride. Hit the gas, kick it back, and just keep going. No, we ain't gotta call it love or say it's sin from above. It's enough just to keep this fire burning. You don't know me, I don't know you. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Just one more, if you say so, 'cause it's all going down right. Let's hit the floor, they're playing disco. Make some moves under the bright lights. No, we ain't gotta think, let's just groove to the rhythm. Yeah, I can feel the heat, we should push it to the limit. I wanna let the sparks fly, I wanna take it for a ride. Hit the gas, kick it back, and just keep going. No, we ain't gotta call it love or say it's sin from above. It's enough just to keep this fire burning. You don't know me, I don't know you. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. We can get into. We're living on the edge, we're walking on the line. Baby, take me high, we're lost in desire. I wanna let the sparks fly, I wanna take it for a ride. Hit the gas, kick it back, and just keep going. No, we ain't gotta call it love or say it's sin from above. It's enough just to keep this fire burning. You don't know me, I don't know you. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Trouble. Trouble. I love that one.
So I heard Rick says music is good medicine. And so Leah, how do you think it helps to lessen the effects of dementia or Alzheimer's?
Well, gosh, that's a really good question. So I had a friend of mine back in Boston who wrote to me a couple years ago, and his wife was suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia. And he said that when she listened to certain songs or music, it really just lifted her up. And not so much maybe made her memory come back, but really just lightened her spirits. And sometimes, people will have those songs that mean something important to them in their life, and those lyrics will come back, and maybe they can remember that. So music heals the soul, and I think that that's one of the ways that it can help.
Yeah, then there's an incredible YouTube video out there for anyone that is interested in the power of music. It's this older gentleman who is pretty much lost in dementia. He's just looking down. He doesn't really talk to anybody. Doesn't know who anybody is. So they're like, let's find his music from his youth.
Right.
And let's put it on his ears and let's just see what happens. So they played him some music from the 1940s, his favorite, Cab Calloway. And he starts bopping around and he becomes animated. And after the song, they took off his headphones and he starts remembering things about his life and remembers who he is and starts throwing out names and remembers people from his life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't last forever, 5 or 10 minutes, and he kind of slips back away. But isn't that cool how music can do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And for those 5 or 10 minutes, they get some of their life back.
Yeah. I want to write a song that brings someone's grandfather back for 10 minutes, If I could do that.
Yeah.
We should write that song.
Write that. Let's write it.
It's happening. So good.
You heard it here first, folks. So this song is called Keep My Eyes on You. And this song I wrote I think with COVID and everything, everyone lost a couple of years of their lives and really we all went through a really difficult time. And I wrote this song and reached out to Benji to help me write this when I was going through a difficult time in my life that I refer to as the valley. And that during those times, I keep my eyes on my family or my faith or God and whatever that is that can pull you through at that moment. And that's what this song was for me. There's no peace in the darkness. In the valley I search for light. Can't find my way out. Hands of fear are gripping me tight. And I'm broke down, wasted, just can't take it. And I can't get off my knees. When the load is too heavy, too weak to fight the war inside, your love will lift me over mountains and make it all alright. The raging storm may try to break the road ahead, may be hidden from my view. Oh, you'll be there to meet me. I keep my eyes on you. Keep my eyes on you. Your love never left me. Kept me going every time. Every footstep, every stumble was all part of the climb. Yeah, you led me through the night when the load is too heavy, too weak to fight the war inside. Your love will lift me over mountains and make it all alright. The raging storm may try to break the road ahead, may be hidden from my view. Oh, you'll be there to meet me. I keep my eyes on you. I keep my eyes on you. Sometimes I get lost and I lose my way, but you come and find me with your saving grace. When the load is too heavy, too weak to fight the war inside, your love will lift me over mountains and make it all alright. The raging storm may try to break the road ahead, may be hidden from my view. Oh, you'll be there to meet me. Oh, you'll be there to meet me. I keep my eyes on you. I keep my eyes on you. I keep my eyes on you. Oh, thank you. I love that song. That was one of my favorite ones that we wrote together.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, so we're getting more live stream comments and questions. Thank you all for
Yeah,
for
thank
participating.
you.
And
Love
we
this.
know you're out there. So, Leah, we have a question. What advice would you give a newer artist that would help create a sustainable career?
Well, first, I would say learn your craft. Get good at, if you're a guitar player, practice. If you're a songwriter, learn your craft. If you're a singer, practice. Take vocal lessons and really get solid in your skill. So you know when the bumps come in the road that you don't let you're solid in your craft and you don't let those throw you. I think you have to define what success means to you. And does success mean being rich and famous to you? Does it mean writing a song that someone hears at a wedding and that they love? So that's really important. And just to follow your passion.
Yeah, I couldn't have answered that better myself. That's exactly right. I think spending the time to, 100% get good at your craft, to where you feel confident, to where you can get out in front of anybody and perform and say, this person might be the president of the United States that I'm playing for, but I know that this sounds good, so here you go, Mr. President.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. I totally agree. That would be. That's nice.
Well, keep those questions and comments coming. We love hearing them. And Lia, I gotta say, this is fun. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. The next song we're gonna do is called "Spare Some Time." This song is a personal song to me that I wrote about an encounter that I had with a gentleman on the steps of St. Vincent de Paul Church in Chicago. It came at a time, some of you may know, that my father suffered with addiction and homelessness for part of his life. And it was around the same time that I had received a phone call from someone early in the morning that I didn't know. And they called and they said that they had run into my father, and he told them that he had been living on the streets and that he had a daughter and that lived in Chicago, and this person reached out to find me. Unfortunately, there was really nothing at the time that the family could do to help my father. So around the same time, I went over to the Church of St. Vincent de Paul to pray one afternoon. And out of the corner, a homeless gentleman came walking towards me. And it frightened me because I was in the church by myself. And I just grabbed my keys and I started to back out of the church. And he said, "Please don't run from me like I'm an animal." And it really just hit me. And he said, "I just want to talk." And I said, okay, if you want to talk, let's go outside and we can sit on the steps and we can chat out there. And we talked for a while about his life, how he became homeless. And it was really just important to him to just have that human connection and communication that day. And as I was getting ready to leave, he said, "Ma'am, next time you're in there, would you say a prayer for me?" And I never forgot that interaction. It was just such a human moment. And I just, my story that I always try to say is that when you're out there and you see someone on the streets, everyone has a story. There's someone's father, mother, sister, brother, and maybe even of someone that you know. So that's where this song came from. He's sitting on the steps of St. Vincent de Paul. He's thinking about ending it all. His clothes are ragged and he shivers in the snow. He doesn't have anywhere else to go. I could have ignored him and gone about my day, but he stopped me in my tracks when I heard him say, "Can you spare some time? Just need a little bit of your time, yeah. Don't want your money today, just someone to look my way. Stop and talk and make me feel human again. Don't keep on walking by, see hesitation in your eyes, but all I really need today is a friend. Can you spare some time? Just need a little bit of your time, yeah. He told me about his dreams when he was young. None of them were the broken man he'd become. He lost his job, his family, and his home. Woke up on the streets, dirty and alone. The man in his pride had slowly disappeared. He'd give anything to get back those lost years. Can you spare some time? Just need a little bit of your time, yeah. Don't want your money today, no. just someone to look my way. Stop and talk and make me feel human again. Don't keep on walking by, see hesitation in your eyes, but all I really need today is a friend. Can you spare some time? Just need a little bit of your time, yeah. So many people need some kindness in their lives. They may be lost, but there's still a soul left inside. We talked a while about life and God's grace. Then he whispered to me as I walked away. He said, at times like these, it gets hard to believe. Next time you're in that church, won't you say a prayer for me? Can you spare some time? Just need a little bit of your time, yeah. Don't want your money today, no. Just someone to look my way. Stop and talk and make me feel human again. Don't keep on walking by, see hesitation in your eyes, but all I really need today is a friend. Can you spare some time? Just need a little bit of your time, yeah. I'm sitting on the steps of St. Vincent de Paul. Thinking about ending it all. Thank you.
The crowd goes wild. So, Leah, we're getting more questions here. They're coming hot and heavy.
They're
coming in hot.
They're coming in hot.
So here we go. So, what are your guilty pleasures? If you had to name some of your vices.
Okay.
Guilty pleasures.
Well, you're all probably going to shut this off after I say this, but I was sitting in the apartment today in Nashville, and I started watching this show called Ultimatum on Netflix. It is so god awful, and I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, I'm shutting this off, and then now I'm hooked. Horrible. So that and a fried chicken sandwich from the Assembly Food Hall are my two guilty pleasures right now.
Delicious. Yeah, I would say.
And yours?
I'm a secret space nerd. Like at night, all I want to do is watch documentaries on NASA and the moon landing and deep space exploration.
Nice.
My wife's like, "You're such a dork." So that would be my.
That's a good one though. That's at least you're you're not killing brain cells as you watch it.
I'm actually growing brain cells, Leah.
You're growing brain cells.
All right. And we have another one. Let's see. So Ashley, thank you for watching at home. Ashley wants to know, what was the hardest song for us to write together?
Oh gosh.
Might be this next one coming up, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this one is this missing. We're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this one was hard for a different reason. They all kind of were interesting, were easy for us to write because they just kind of flowed. But this one was hard for us to write because we kept crying every time we'd get into it, and so we would have a hard time getting through it.
Yeah, I remember I went back and listened to my original iPhone work tape of this, and the end, because I was singing it just to lay down the melody just so we can kind of remember what it was. And I remember the last verse, I was just or the last chorus, I just couldn't spit it out.
Yeah,
so
it's a lot.
Ashley, I would say this one was tough
one.
to write because it's about losing somebody and missing them.
Yeah,
and that's, everybody knows what that feels
Everybody knows what that feels like. This white mantle holds a lot of black picture frames, and all of them are filled with memories I've made. There's waves on the ocean and sky so blue. The only thing missing is you. This quiet sunset, it sure looks fine. And and I still love the sound of summer nights. And I try to find the light in every room. The only thing missing is you. I've cried all my tears and I've put out the years, but there's still a part of me that's holding on. And I've come so far, but it still gets hard when I wake up and remember that you're gone. But I try to see all the beauty around me, so I lay here and stare up at the moon. The only thing missing is you. When I hear your name, I still smile. You still make me laugh every once in a while, and I still go out like I'm supposed to. The only thing missing is you. And I've cried all my tears and I've put in the years, but there's still a part of me that's holding on. And I've come so far, but it still gets hard when I wake up and remember that you're gone. But I try to see all the beauty around me, so I lay here and stare up at the moon. The only thing missing is you. Sometimes I come and see you, so you won't be alone, and I lay these roses down upon your stone. Cried all my tears and I've put in the years, but there's still a part of me that's holding on. And I've come so far, but it still gets hard when I wake up and remember that you're gone. But I'll try to see all the beauty around me, so I lay here and stare up at the moon. The only thing missing is you. Yeah, the only thing missing is you. That just made me laugh. That is a fact that collecting pets is one of my guilty pleasures.
How many pets do you have, Lia Caton? I'd like to know.
Currently, I have a cat, Johnny Cash the kitty. We have Wrigley, the Maltese, Bella, the Chihuahua, and we just got a new black lab puppy, which is named Layla.
Man.
So I was going to get another puppy, and my husband was like, yeah, hard stop. There is no way we're getting another puppy.
It's like 4 more pets than I have.
There's no way. There's no way. So yeah, that was done.
So are you a dog person, cat person? Will you lean more dogs, I feel like?
I lean more to the dog side, but I do love cats. And Johnny Cash the kitty is like literally like a dog. So he acts like a dog.
It's kind of how my cat is too. I have a cat named Jolene. Like the Dolly Parton song, and just felt like we're in Nashville. Black cat showed up.
Jolene, Layla. Maybe we should get more creative musicians with naming our animals after songs.
I think that's a great idea. Well, Lia, this has been so fun. I love doing this.
This has been a blast. Thank you so much for having us. This was my first single called Hell or High Water that we wrote on our, I think it was our second day we were writing, and this song is basically about my story of leaving Boston and overcoming a difficult childhood. And Benji asked me to tell him about it, and I said, you know, come hell or high water, I was going to make it to Chicago and to Nashville and do music. And he's like, that's a song we're writing, let's do it.
It's like, there's the title.
This is our last song. Yes.
Thank you all at home for watching us.
Thank you.
We can't see you, but we know you're there, and that makes us feel good.
Makes us happy.
Rolling through the dark, I watch the sun light up the road, just like the rain that's falling hard. I ride the wind wherever it blows, and I'm never coming back. I was born to leave this town, broken home, my broken heart was left in pieces on the ground. I know change, it ain't too far, 'cause I'm lightning, I'm thunder, I'm a shot taking everybody under. I'm wild and I'm free, I'm a hot bullet raising every heartbeat. Love me or hate me, nothing you can say will ever break me. This fire's only getting stronger, come hell or high water. Well, I'm gone, well, I've had enough, I made damn sure, well, I won't be found. This open road, it's like a glove, yeah, all that hurt is just a memory now. 'Cause I'm lightning, I'm thunder, I'm a shot taking everybody under. I'm wild and I'm free, I'm a hot bullet raising every heartbeat. Love me or hate me, nothing you can say will ever break me. This fire's only getting stronger, come hell or high water. And if the devil starts whispering to me to undo me, well, he won't ever get through me, believe me. 'Cause I'm lightning, I'm thunder, I'm a shot taking everybody under. I'm wild and I'm free, I'm a hot bullet raising every heartbeat. Love me or hate me, nothing you can say will ever break me. This fire's only getting stronger, this fire's only getting stronger, come hell or high water. Hell or high water. Yeah, nice work. Good job. Love it. Great.
Oh, I loved every minute of it, and your fans are pretty great.
Aw.
But Christina, who I believe is probably related to you because it's Christina Caton. Is that Kitchell?
Kitchell, yes, that's
Kitchell.
my sister-in-law.
Okay,
Hi,
well,
Chris.
she said Nate wants to know what inspired you to be a singer.
Oh gosh, well, I used to sit next to, when I was little, my father had a record player and I was the only child, and I would just sit there and listen to his records, like Johnny Cash and the Kingston Trio, and just listen to music over and over again. And he also played the guitar, so just kind of like that, listening to the music and that part of it, and yeah, singing in the mirror with a hairbrush was always, which every girl did.
I still do that. Is
Yeah.
that weird?
Maybe.
I have a photo of a couple of years ago where I was doing the same thing. I had just done my hair and I was Totally rocking out. And I actually posted that stupid picture on Facebook.
That's the best.
But we all do that. And
Yeah.
it's like something that just never goes away.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You're alone in your space and you get your hair brushed and all of a sudden like you're in front of a crowd of 20,000.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I just think it's so much fun. And when you're by yourself too, you sing louder.
You sing
You
louder.
sing more confident and you just
Have you ever had someone walk around the corner though when you're like
Okay.
in your groove and then you're like, oh hey.
Okay, I just had a mortifying moment a couple of days ago where my stepson and his mom had come in, and we've been painting the deck
Yeah,
out
you
here,
mentioned that.
and so I was listening to "Animals" by Nickelback. It's a very wordy song, very, very fast, and I was giving it my all.
You're getting into it.
And I walked outside, and I heard her say, she wasn't looking my direction. I heard her say, "What is that?" Oh, hey.
You're like, oh, it's a radio.
Hey, I was completely mortified. Yes, it was.
I'm sure it was fabulous.
Okay. We'll go with that. No, but so normally I close out my shows with just talking about what you got going on next and all of that. But I feel like we cannot close out this show without sharing a Naomi story. Country music has hit a lot of people in a lot of different ways. The Judds have been around for such a long time, doing amazing things together. They're definitely, iconic. I mean, it's just, you don't think of country music and females in country music without thinking about them, just like Dolly Parton, and so on. So do you have any Naomi stories or any just stories that you remember of when you first heard a song or something?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, I used to sing the Judd songs to my daughter when she was little and would sing Grandpa and Love Can Build a Bridge. But one thing that was very inspirational to me with Naomi is when I first got divorced as a single mother, I had two little kids at home. And I just remember her story of going to nursing school and still doing her music and still trying to support her children and still just like going after and not giving up on her dreams. And that was always something that was very inspiring to me early on. But also that she suffered very significantly from depression and anxiety, which is something that I've always dealt with as well. So her just whole story has been very inspirational to me. And this week has been very sad for everybody in country music.
Absolutely. What about you, Benji?
I got introduced to the Judds as a kid. My mom loved the Judds, and she was like, Benji, this is country music. She put in the cassette tape in the car. So I was like, yeah, I get it. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. And then my only other, so that was my first introduction. I was little. This was like late 80s when the Judds were really rocking. Yeah. And I was just, a few years old. But the other story that anytime I think of the Judds, when I first got the car that I drive now, I drive the Chevy Equinox, and I had Sirius XM radio, and my little daughter at the time was 1, and so she always just loved the car. She just wanted to go in there and like press buttons. And somehow she pressed a button that anytime like the Judds would come on any of the stations, my radio would automatically switch to the Judds, and I can't figure out how to undo it. So I'll be driving along, listening to something, and all of a sudden, boom, the Judds, because my 1-year-old, pressed the button to make that happen. So
how I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, there's like it's like an alert. It's like, oh, the Judds are on, and it switches you. So
that's
somehow
That's
she
wild.
programmed
Cool.
as a 1-year-old programmed my
They're
Sirius
smart.
radio to play the Judds anytime they're on, to switch to that channel. So
That's fantastic.
now I associate the Judds with my little daughter when she was 1. So those are my two the Judd stories.
Okay, all right. I have one story that was just, it was a fun moment. In my line of work, I get to talk to all kinds of people, even though I know most are not going to remember me. When you do a red carpet interview, they're just walking down like a mile of report after reporter after reporter, and they came up to me and she complimented my dress, but her dress was gorgeous. And I was like, no, I love yours. Where did you get it? And she said, TJ Maxx. And we had this entire conversation about how she kind of gets told not to say stuff like that by PR people
real.
and everything, because, they and she was just like, no, I'm real. And I just, this is where I went shopping. And so it was a really fun conversation. And, it was just, who would have thought I would have been talking to
I think that's
Naomi
why her
about
fans loved her so much, was that she was so real like that.
Exactly. And Winona was so funny during that interview too. But it was just that brief moment that I had that I will cherish that moment
so
forever. It's so much fun. But okay, enough with our sad, but man, prayers to her family and friends, all who lost and loved her. I can't even imagine. Now, what do you guys have going on? What do you got going on later, and where can fans find you?
Fans can find me at liacaton.com, our Facebook, Lia Caton Music, and Lia Caton Music on Instagram as well. We are shooting a new video coming up in Nashville next month. We have the video for Hell or High Waters coming out, and Benji and I are going to be writing for the next album.
Yeah, very soon.
Yeah, very soon.
That's a lot. You just put a lot.
There's a lot right there.
And that tiny little, like wow.
I just overwhelmed myself with saying that. Yeah.
She was locked and loaded with that response.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, I didn't expect to get all that. I thought maybe one or two things, but wow, you really do have a lot going on.
There's a lot going on right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so filming music videos.
A lot of fun.
Totally. What's your favorite part about filming?
Oh, I love the hair and makeup part. Like when you can like do your makeup and it like looks fabulous. And I wish I could have that at my house all the time. Yeah, that's the best part for me.
I wish I could too, because I'm not good at it at all. But music video stuff and things like that are so much fun. I mean,
creatively seeing the songs come to life and with the story, that's really cool too. Once you see it all put together.
Yeah.
And so, did you come up with the concept for the video?
Yes, for both of them.
Fantastic.
And I'm working with two great directors that are also helping as well. So yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited! Yeah. I can't wait to see it. Any idea when they'll be out so fans at home watching can know?
I would say probably in June.
Oh,
yeah, at the end of June, beginning of July.
Really, that soon already? Wow.
Yes. Yeah, we've been shooting one for 6 months because we got our whole team got hit with COVID back in October and just kind of knocked us all out for a while. So I mean, we've been shooting for a while.
I guess get it all over with at the same time, so you don't have to keep rescheduling. But still, like, that's a lot.
It is. Benji, what do you have going on?
I am doing this songwriting team building stuff. I've kind of fallen into using what I know about music and about songwriting to bond people together. So I work with companies like Capital One and Google, and I get them all on Zoom, and I'd say, all right, we're going to bond over songwriting, and I'm going to teach you how to write lyrics, and you guys are going to work together to write lyrics. And then I'll put them all together and make a song out of it. So I've kind of brought what I have always done my whole life for 20 years into like the corporate America sphere of like, I'm going to bring a little bit of rock and roll and country music to you guys and make your company culture stronger.
How did you go about doing this? Like, how did that happen? Like, what did you just decide one day? I'm going to call Capital One and I'm going to get their people on board with it. Like,
There's this company called Song Division, and they would always hire me anytime there'd be a corporate event going on in Nashville. They'd say, all right, Benji, put a band together because we're gonna put a band on stage and write a song with a room. So I was always like the guitar player and the band leader for that stuff.
Okay.
And then right before COVID, they called me and they were like, we need somebody in Nashville. Can we hire you? And I was like, okay. Because I had been touring for a long time, and I was like, I wanted to stop touring. Yeah. And so it was a perfect transition just to do what I do with my guitar and with songwriting, but to like do it in a different kind of way.
Oh, that's great.
That's what I've been doing recently, and it's been cool. It's been a lot of fun.
I love that.
Cool. Small world. One day, my friend from North Carolina that I haven't talked to in forever took a screenshot, and she's like, "Is this your co-writer Benji?" She was in one of his workshops.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was. She's out in North Carolina, and I haven't talked to her forever, and she loved his workshop. Loved it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Benji.
Right.
I mean, come on now.
How can you not have fun with this guy?
Exactly.
He's great. Yeah. Do you miss being on tour though at all?
I miss the shows sometimes. The other 23 hours of the day, not so much. Sometimes it was a grind.
You mean trying to sleep on that bunk on the bus? Like, I
actually slept like a baby on the bus. But it was like when you'd be flying a lot and you get like 4 hours in a hotel room before you got to get back to the airport. That kind of
that's
grind.
a little
that was a little tough.
But the tour bus, man, I could not sleep in it. I've tried. I I do it. I just can't
drink
sleep
a
on
few
them.
beers beforehand. That
then
that
you
helps
go to
you.
sleep.
That helps you.
There you go.
That was
there
my,
you have it.
my secret.
That's the secret.
Well, tell everybody where to find you. What's your website?
Yeah, just search me I'm on Spotify and Apple Music. It's Benji Harris, BENJI, and Facebook, Benji Harris Music, kind of like Leah. And track us down. We're always putting cool stuff out.
Absolutely. And also share this link with your friends because they need to see these two perform. It's fantastic. And you will be doing everyone in your family and friends list a favor. So until next time, guys, we'll see you soon.
Bye.